Hi, what are we doing here? Reading the news. So the first story is about voting.
Voting began in a closely watched election in Germany.
All right, so they're having an election in Germany. That means they're... What are they going to do, Julie?
They're gonna vote.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay. Come on,
Closing
Julie.
polls suggested that the center-right Christian Democrat opposition, led by
Friedrich Merz will win. What do you think closing polls are? Probably the last polls before the election. What are polls?
Rounds?
No, polls is where they ask people, how are you going to vote? What is your voting intention? And that gives a percentage, like maybe 40% of people will support Friedrich Merz, but it will need, next sentence.
But it will need to strike a deal at least one
with at least
one another party.
With at least one other party. I think that's a grammatical mistake. All right. What is it here? It will need to strike a deal. What is it?
The closing polls.
No, Julie.
The Christian Democrat
closing.
Opposition.
No kidding. Come on, polls is plural. How can that be the antecedent of it? So we have this Christian Democrat opposition. So that's probably the party, his party. Okay? Okay. What's an opposition party?
Your rival.
Are you in control of the government or no?
No.
No, you're the other party that's not in control of the government. How many big parties are there in the U.S.? There's the Democrats and the Republicans. How many parties is that?
2.
But in many other countries, there are a lot more parties than just 2. And that's the case in Germany. So on the eve of the vote,
Mr. Merz was adamant.
Adamant means he insisted.
Enter a coalition with the hard-right Alternative
for Germany,
which has been lying second in the polls.
Great. Okay, so you have a lot of parties in Germany, and so you get coalition governments. You don't ever get coalition governments in the U.S. Why not?
Because there aren't many parties.
There's only the 2 main parties. All right, Julie, quit playing with your hairband. All right, so he's going to probably win, but is he going to have enough representatives to form a majority in the government? Can he get over 50%? So he needs to form a coalition. Is he going to do that with the hard-right Alternative for Germany?
No.
Okay, they're the second party in the polls, and they're hard-right. What does right-wing mean for politics? How do they feel about immigrants? Do they want more immigrants?
No,
they want fewer. They have a strong country, and they blame immigrants for the problems the country is having. All right, so let's see how Merz is going to do. What about the Vatican? What's the Vatican, Julie?
The Vatican said that Pope Francis was...
What is the Vatican, Julie? The Vatican is this little statelet in the middle of Rome. One of the smallest countries in the world by population and by area. So the Vatican is where Pope Francis lives. Okay?
Okay. With a critical condition.
What does that mean?
A bad condition?
Yeah, he's got a health problem. After suffering...
long asthma.
Asthma. Not asthma. No, it's just asthma.
Like respiratory.
Come on, respiratory. It's about a problem with his lungs.
Crisis on Saturday
He
morning.
can't breathe properly. He remains
alert, but he is in more pain than in previous days.
He might die, so he might also resign and let somebody else be the Pope. Francis was admitted
to hospital on February 14th. The 88-year-old pontiff.
Pontiff, who's that?
Pope Francis.
Yeah, okay, so he is the pontiff. It's the same thing as saying he's the Pope. Has pneumonia. There's no P sound.
In both lungs.
Right, double pneumonia. One of which
was partly removed by surgeons when he was young.
So he got part of his lung removed. Is that because he has pneumonia now?
No. No.
No. Okay, he had a lung problem earlier in life when he was a teenager, and that's when he got part of his lung removed. Hey, why don't we check out the Chinese BBC to do at least BBC one story in Chinese. So, what do you want to do?
Invent with any.
Well, you choose, Julie.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't we do that?
特朗普贸易战2.
Dianling. So what does that mean?
The second trade war.
Yeah, and it's Trump's second trade war. So when did he have the first trade war? From 2016 to 2020 during his first term as president. What's the subtitle, Julie?
解读关税大棒对中港台的影响。
Okay, so what are we doing here with 解读? What's that mean?
解读 is 了解。
了解 or reading, understanding. 关税 What's 关税? 海关的税务不是 taxes, Julie. We did this before. 关税
Interest.
Tariffs, Julie.
You said tariffs are taxes.
It's not taxes, Julie. It's not taxes. It's not taxes. Just because it's trade does not mean it's taxes, Julie. I never said it was taxes. Okay, 大棒解读关税大棒解读什么关税大棒对中港台的影响 So it is 关税大棒
Big bunch of tariffs.
Big bang is like da bang is like a big stick, okay? So what do you do if you have a big stick?
You use it
There's
to
a-
whack other people.
You use it to whack other people. So there's this famous saying attributed to Teddy Roosevelt, the first Roosevelt president of the United States. You walk softly, but carry a big stick. It just means you intimidate other people to get what you want. So Trump is trying to intimidate other countries to get what he wants by using these tariffs like a big stick. He's threatening to impose tariffs on other countries. What are tariffs, Julie?
Tariffs are taxes that go.
Not taxes, Julie. It's money that you pay when you import goods into the country, when you're an importer. Okay? They're not taxes, Julie. What are taxes? Taxes is I make so much money during the year and I pay income tax. A company makes so much money during the year, they pay tax on their income. Okay? Tariffs is something else entirely. All right?
Right.
Right? In fact, 5 minutes ago, or actually like 3 minutes ago, I told you it's not taxes, Julie. And you say, oh, it's taxes. Just because it's trade. You do not...
I wasn't finished.
Oh, you weren't finished, but you did say shui. All right, so 对中港台的影响.
To China, Hong Kong.
Influence on China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan. The influence of what?
Tariffs.
No, the influence of this, the impact of this threat of tariffs. He hasn't imposed the tariffs yet. The dabang here is the threat of tariffs. I'm actually not sure. Has he imposed these tariffs? Maybe he's already started. Okay, so we'll have to see how this unfolds. Thank you very much, Julie. What are guanshui?
Tariffs.
Yeah, tariffs. Are they kind of tax?
No.
Okay, when do you pay tariffs?
When you import something in the country.
Into the country, right. Bye-bye.
去把热水把洗一洗。